Here at Prove to Me that You're Alive, we always try to do something different. Well, before I get into that, I guess, as tradition holds it, for Prove to Me that You're Alive in this channel, big shout out to the subscribers. But yeah, let's get into it. Like I was saying, we always try to do something different, and this time I thought I would give you a little tour of the Prove to Me that You're Alive studio. The reason why is the studio where we rent, which we rent out, actually sits on a property that is considered to be one of the most, if not the most, historic property in the United States, which holds crazy history and mostly romantic history. And romantic history is always interesting, from poetic point of view and just regular point of view, I guess. And whenever you have history like this, obviously there's bound to be, how would you say, stories, tales, speculations of hauntings and things like that. I mean, if you think about it, a place this old, which was actually built in the early 1800s, I mean, it's bound to have its stories, right? And this building definitely has its stories. I'm not going to get into the detail, obviously, because this is a private property, and we don't want, all these ghost hunters coming out here. I mean, I don't get a lot of views on this channel, but still, you never know. And again, I don't want these crazy, loony ghost hunters, no disrespect, coming out here and ghost busting, as they like to call it. And I'll tell you a reason why also. Here at Prove to Me that You're Alive, we get deep with everything. And, we're going to break down the theory of ghosts, other entities, residual energy, the possibility of portals and dimensions and limbos, intelligent hauntings, things like that. But basically, again, without crazy details, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this history of this place. And well, actually, one story history of this place that really sticks out above all the rest. And basically, Napoleon Bonaparte's older brother, you guys could look up his name. I guess his name is not important. I already told you the main thing. Napoleon Bonaparte's older brother, that once was the king of Spain, he had come to America, and he had fallen in love with a beautiful American young woman. I will tell you her name. Her name was Annette Savage. And as you know, in the 19th century, And the time of before the 19th century, when Renaissance was booming throughout Europe, and the tradition, the culture of Western European monarchy. They were used to having wives, queens, and it was no problem and no secret that they had a mistress or mistresses. Most of the time it would be mistresses that they had on the side that everyone knew about. The stories of mistresses sneaking in through secret passages of the castles and things like that. But this was Newfoundland. This was America, at its beginning points. So Napoleon Bonaparte's older brother, again, he fell in love with a beautiful young woman named Annette Savage. And I guess him being as slick as he was, rented out this property. Well, I guess I failed to say that he fell in love with her, but he didn't marry her. He kept her as a mistress, as again Western European monarchy was so used to doing. There was noise right over there, but we'll get into the hauntings in a little bit. So the story goes, he rented this property out for her. He lived here with her, I guess for some time, but most of the time she was here alone. They had 2 daughters, and one of the daughters died a tragic death. Actually, flower pot or pot of flowers, can't think of the proper term right now, fell on top of the little girl's head from one of these windows. So it was a tragic death. Obviously it was a little girl, but my point is, well, before I get into my next point, I just wanted everyone to know that prove to me that you're alive, and me myself, by myself, I spend quite some time here, and the energy that I experience here is not malicious at all. It's rather quiet yet sad energy. This melancholy overtakes me whenever I'm here alone, summer nights, doing my videos for you guys, and I happen to come outside and I record the videos, or I'll just sit here writing my music. And again, this melancholy will overtake me. So I'm guessing the young, beautiful Annette Savage, spending most of her time here alone, loaning for her beloved. She left this energetic mark on the territory. And the funny thing is that when I would think about her being here alone, left with her thoughts and her emotions and her feelings, wondering where her love is now, a strange thing would happen. And I can vouch for this. I wasn't high or anything like that. I haven't done drugs in years. I will start smelling a perfume, a female perfume that just overtakes the air. Another interesting thing, this property in its original form was over 700 acres. And right over here, this field where I will say I done another video, screams coming from the forest. It was right here because once in a while you will hear screams. Sometimes you will hear a baby crying. But anyway, in this field over here, the young and beautiful and as Savage, she had her flowers, dandelions or something like that. Maybe not dandelions, but it was some kind of flower. Or 1 second. Well, anyway, it was this field right here was covered with these flowers, and one afternoon as she was walking and picking her flowers, her favorite flowers, which you have to excuse me that I forgot the name, but she lost a diamond ring. And this diamond ring hasn't been found till this day. And to answer your question, no, I have not looked for it. No, I don't have a metal detector, and no, I don't want to look for it. And again, this is another reason why I'm not disclosing full details about this property, because I don't want any nut coming out here in the nighttime looking for the diamond ring. The property is not mine. I do rent a piece of the property solely for the videos. So yeah, I don't want anyone crazy coming out here thinking they can find the diamond ring and then I get crap for putting this information out here. But I guess I told you guys a lot about it already. So if you put the pieces, the clues to the puzzle, maybe you'll figure it out. But the history before, if you so-called European history part of this property, is that obviously this was Native American land. Obviously, my best guess, with this being eastern United States, that this was land of the Mohegans. But anyway, this forest, and I will take you to the forest one of these days. Might do it nighttime, might do it daytime. Today it's more about the property and about the hauntings. This property, I mean this forest, these woods behind this field, I have uncovered some weird satanic like ritual findings, basically, you know, pentagrams and things like that. Obviously with woods and with crazy ass people out there, you know, there's bound to be some kind of worship rituals going on. But anyway, now back to the spiritual and ghostly side of this video. One thing you guys have to understand, that every time you're watching ghost hunting shows and paranormal shows, one thing you have to realize is, you know, they say that there are these intelligent hauntings. Logically, to explain it to you, if a consciousness is caught in a limbo, it is first of all because it is a karmic duty that they have to serve. And most of this karmic duty and the consciousness being stuck in a limbo without a physical form, without passing on, is because of attachment. This is why attachment is so dangerous, because especially if it's a tragic death, the consciousness is not fully aware that it is dead. So automatically it doesn't want to leave its body, obviously. So it is, most of the time it is next to the body. Most of the time it is next to the grieving family members. This is why it is also important to let go if someone close or dear dies, because again, the consciousness without a body, it gets pulled to the family members. And if it senses, not sees, but senses that the family members are going through very bad grief, the consciousness will feel that energy and will stay to try to comfort. The moral of the story is that a limbo, although it is a dimension within this dimension, it is still a dimension. Just like you don't see regularly us hopping back and forth from dimension to dimension freely, same, a consciousness being caught in limbo is not going to be hopping back and forth from their dimension to this dimension. With that being said, after the Kali Yuga being over in 2012, the veil between this and parallel universes have gotten thinner, so subconsciously we do hop dimensions. Hence, that's where the Mandela effect takes place, but that's another video, another topic. But the point is, whenever a ghost hunter, ghost buster thinks that they could ask questions, communicate with so-called intelligent spirits, they are doing nothing. If they are picking something up, noise or feelings, it is nothing more than residual energy. Residual energy comes from our thoughts, our emotions, tremendous pain, physical, psychological, emotional. The energy from that experience will never leave. It will always stay around. It could be attracted, if you think about it. It could be attracted if you're passing the place where it happened. Just imagine if someone had, it was just noise right there. Sounded like somebody banged on something. There are a lot of animals here, but that did sound weird. As I was saying, imagine someone getting a very bad knee injury and the pain is so bad. The person is struggling so bad, hurting. Obviously, that energy from that pain will stay forever. Sometimes you can walk in a room or in a place where that injury happened a couple hundred years before, and all of a sudden your knee starts hurting without being bruised or anything. It is because you are picking up on that energy of that pain and that injury, even from 200, 500, 1,000 years. The energy of the ancestors, their thoughts, their worries, their attachments, their injuries, the violence, it's still here. It's not going anywhere, and it won't go anywhere. Can there be a my tongue is getting twisted. A poltergeist haunting, sure. But you have to remember, a dimension, a portal would have to be opened. Can we attract negative energy, absolutely. One of ways of which is doing it is lust. This is why masturbating, it's so dangerous. You're gonna ask yourself, well, isn't it healthy? Well, it is not healthy if you're creating a dark cloud that is going to be following you around. You're asking, well, how about the access, sperm and such things in male cases? Well, the body will still find a way of getting rid of that access, seeds, by wet dreams and things like that. So again, lust, hatred, violence will create a dark aura, which in spiritual terms will create a dark, black or gray, literally cloud following you around. If you wish bad on someone, in a way, that's witchcraft. That energy will affect the other person, but more so the energy will karmically affect you. Back to like demonic hauntings and things like that, yes, that can happen. Yes, we can attract it ourselves. Yes, there are beings like that lurking in this dimension, but again, portals and dimensions would have to be open unless you attract such energy with the ways that I just mentioned. I just heard strange noises. I feel strange right now. I no longer feel peaceful. I feel like something is around. I might have attracted something by speaking about this. I am by myself. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing this video for you guys. One thing to remember is, if you are sure in the person that you are, if you are sure in the Almighty, if you are connected to God, and you know you will get exactly what you deserve for your actions and your thoughts and your deeds, then you have nothing to worry about. We are the masters of this dimension. God gave us that power. The universe gave us that power. So as long as you fear nothing and you have absolute faith in the Almighty, you have nothing to worry about. Actually, I get sketchy about people that are always afraid, always scared of something. It's like they're afraid of karma catching up and kicking them in the ass for their past actions. It might even be subconscious past actions committed in past lives, if you will. But yeah, one tragic thing that happened, as I told you already, a little girl and that Savage's younger daughter, she died from flower pot falling on her head from one of these windows on this side of the building. She must have been playing like right there. But that is one reported incident. With the history of this place and the previous owners of this place, and with the way humanity was in the 19th century, where killing was like us going to take a pee these days, you could just imagine what kind of history this place holds. Now again, I myself never felt anything threatening. Sometimes, but most of the time it's very calm, sad energy, because again, as I explained to you, and that Savage must have left many upon many lonely days and nights here, wondering and thinking about Napoleon Bonaparte's older brother. She probably wondered, why can't she be the main woman? Is he with his wife? How come he's not coming to see the kids? Women have always been going through things like that. Not only women, but mostly women. So, Prove to Me that you're alive does support, does encourage, and does promote loving your women. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna turn the light up. Guess the light is dying on me, but this bulb, no, it's not dying on me. I'm gonna turn it all the way up so you guys can kind of get the sense of this place. If an EVP does come through, because I am holding a microphone, then I will review it and enhance it in the audio, because once again, residual energy, for sure, there's a lot of it. With satanic rituals that happen in these woods behind, obviously there's negative residual energy. There might have been a portal opened. I don't know. I will take you guys to these woods one of these days. I just heard noise, screaming, coming from the woods. It like interrupted my walk. But yeah, I will take you into the woods by myself at night. So look out for that, because NazareN and Prove to Me that you're alive, we have no fear. We have the faith of God. No, we don't go out looking for trouble, but we do this to enlighten humanity, to enrich our knowledge, but not knowledge for ego, but knowledge for wisdom and understanding the world we live in. Again, can things get attached by visiting so-called haunted places and things like that? Of course they can. Residual energy mostly can get attached. Entities can get attached that already passed onto this dimension. But if you carry light in your heart and undeniable faith in the Creator, then they should be afraid of you. You shouldn't be afraid of them. But as I mentioned before, anger, hatred, lust, violence, all these strong emotions, strong feelings and thoughts can create attachment on their own. Sometimes we just get sad or angry. We don't know where it's coming from. Well, it's because all this energy that we have built up, that we have created, this dark aura, this dark cloud aura that is following us around. I don't know if you guys heard that. There was like whistling or screaming. I am by myself once again. I'm gonna try to have the engineers, video engineers, enhance the audio, because that was definitely some screaming. No, I'm not running. Again, they should be afraid of me, not afraid of them. I am God's son. The Father is strong within me. Father, Mother, all the gods. But God Almighty, the Creator, is strong within me. I have nothing to fear. I do hear movement in the forest. Distinct movement. I just thought I seen something in the corner of my eye, like a silhouette. Again, might be residual energy. Even the screaming might be residual energy. I am attracting this by talking about all of this. No, this is not for entertainment. We're not that shallow. This is for enlightenment. This is for knowledge and wisdom. Now, there was just light reflecting, like a pair of eyes or something. I don't know if you guys see it. Right there. It's movement and there's light reflecting from eyes. Not sure what it is. It looks pretty big. Now, again, might be deer, might be other animals, but it does look like it's staring right back at me. I wish it would catch it in the video. But again, I did hear distinct screaming before and came from over this way. Right now, in these days, again, now there's lights reflecting back, eyes, like lights from eyes. Now again, originally this property was 700 and so acres. Now it is not. So it's about 3 acres, counting the woods and this field and obviously the mansion that I am showing to you guys. There's definitely lights. I mean, again, sorry, light reflecting from eyes in the corner over there. I don't know if you guys see it. I'm going to try to get closer. Something reflecting. I can't catch it on camera. You gotta excuse me because I'm holding the camera and I'm holding a mic. I brought the mic obviously so you can hear me well, but also for EVP purposes. If we do pick something up, if I do pick something up, we're gonna enhance it when editing. Right now in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing like a silhouette descending. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. I am hypersensitive to these things. I have been since a child. So even though the camera usually picks up what the eyes can't, me being as sensitive as I am to electromagnetic fields and things like that, I might be seeing way more than the camera. If one of you guys do figure out which property I'm on, please don't come out here in the middle of the night with your EVP recording devices. I should have just said recording devices. If you guys do want to do a session, please write me and I will think about letting you come out and we could do a session together, because there's definitely a lot to be captured. I'm not a ghost hunter. Again, this is not for entertainment, but I did want to share with you guys the property of the studio of Prove to Me That You're Alive in the NazareN channel, and also to give you information about intelligent hauntings, about poltergeists and things of that nature, because there's have been misguided information out there for years, and a lot of the people on YouTube, they take advantage of that. And I just wanted to bring you the truth. There's definite movement in the woods right now. It's right across the field. This field, it's about the size of a soccer field. I just seen a dark shadow shoot across the field. Again, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. What do I think? Do I think it's mostly residual? Yes. Can it be something intelligent? Sure. If a portal or dimension was open somewhere around here, it might have been with the satanic worship that I heard about in the back of the woods. And again, I also found some remains of what looked like some type of, either voodoo ritual or black magic, or, well, voodoo is black magic, but some kind of black magic or satanic worship remains. I'm gonna wrap it up. Again, if one of you guys wanna do a session, you have to have light in your heart. You have to have good intention, and hit me up. We'll definitely think about it, man. We could get together and do it together. We could go in the backwoods. I'll get you inside the property. But again, you have to have purity in your heart, and intention has to be pure. You can't be one of those people calling yourself Ghostbusters that is only out there for views. Now, there's definitely, again, eyes reflecting into the light. Also, mosquitoes are eating me up, and there's a lot of bats in this territory, like a lot. But yeah, there's eyes, and they look pretty tall. They don't look like a small animal or anything. But 10 minutes ago, the energy I felt was threatening. Now, it's not. It's rather calm again. But again, I'm telling you, a secret to it is, do not be afraid. Remember, you will get what you karmically deserve. And as long as you have Father Almighty in your heart, in your soul, and you have nothing to worry about. And of course, the intention has to be pure. And again and again and again, we are the masters of this dimension. This is our world. This is our home. This is why we have to claim it back. I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. I'll have the engineers go through the video, see if something popped up that I missed. Noises, voices. Well, there was definitely that screaming. But if anything else, we'll enhance it and play it back for you guys. Again, I just seen a shadow back here, and it definitely feels like there's movement all around me, like steps. So yeah, this was Prove to Me You're Alive. This was NazareN channel. To all the subscribers, again, much love. To anyone that's gonna watch it, much love. Go hug your women and be good to them. Women, if you have a good man, be good to him. Love one another. Create novel-worthy romances. Give birth to wise children. Let them become our leaders. Revolutionaries. Wise men. This is Prove to Me that You're Alive studio. Pretty flower bush. And we're out. Until next time.